I'd like to start off by saying thank you to everybody who gave me the opportunity to go to the WEG this year. I've had the opportunity to be part of the USEA's program for over a decade now. I've been on multiple training lists with several horses, and this year, more than any other year, I felt like they gave me the best possible opportunity to have a shot at going and winning a medal. And I think that they've come under a lot of criticism for the decisions that they've made, for the team choices, for the individual choices. And I've served as an alternate in Sydney in 2000. I was green and thrilled to be part of the process at that point in time. And I was equally thrilled to be a part of the process this time. They gave me the freedom to choose a dressage coach that I felt would allow me to focus and give me absolutely every tool possible to go into that big stadium in Kentucky and show the world what I could do. And I think we did that. I've had a problem in the past with Comet, with his spookiness. He can be tremendously brilliant, but I often lose little points and little scores with little spooks and moves that he might make in the dressage ring. And I've been working this year with Gunnar Ostergaard and Mark Swashfalai, and they've really helped me bring a very focused game to the dressage arena. And that freedom was through funding and grant money that was allotted for each of us to choose a program that would benefit our individual horses and riders through the year. Similarly, I was sent to Kentucky for a week to work with Katie Prudhomme, who was terrifying, actually. In the beginning, you get there and she tells it like it is. You have no discipline, you're fat, you need to learn how to count the numbers, you need to do everything. And by the end of the week, she said, you're pretty damn good. You can do this, and here's how we're going to have a plan to move forward. And I really felt like we had things in order. I've been to Kentucky a number of times on Comet. I've had the privilege of being in the lead going into that stadium a number of times. I've had problems with controlling my focus, my pressure, all the rest of it, and Katie had a good grip on it. I mean, if it was just respect alone that she put you against the wall and said, when you get into that stadium on the third day, you will be focused. You will think of nothing but our plan. And I believe her. I bought into it 100%. And similarly, on the cross country, I can produce a brilliant performance, as can Comet, and then things can also come and ravel very quickly. This was my year at Kentucky on the cross country. And I had a spectacular go at Rolex. I was thrilled with Comet. And on the cross country, it will be a lifetime memory to go around that course with the crowd support from the United States as I went around the course at the WEG. I literally could not hear my watch beeping at the minute markers the entire way through the course. I jumped into the head of the lake, and before his feet were off of the island in the middle of the head of the lake, the roar of the crowd lifted him up and put him in the water. It was truly an experience that I wish all of you could have, and an honor to have everyone be a part of it. And again, I go back to the support that we all have as riders. It's a tremendous feeling to have so many people in your corner. Physios, trainers, farriers, everyone is there, invested in you, invested in your performance, and doing everything they possibly can for you to carry forward. And decisions are made along the way, and I'd like to take some pressure off of the criticism that's being brought forward. a lot of people will say that one of the reasons I wasn't able to complete was because I ran too fast at the American Eventing Championships trying to secure a spot on the team. And I want to assure you all that it was my decision completely and solely that I felt I needed to go to the ACs and ride as competitively as I possibly could, put pressure on myself in order to be fully prepared for the WEG. I made that decision. My horse is, ironically, extremely sound and has a spectacularly uncanny soundness up front particularly. But rolling the dice like I did, I ran him very quick at the American Eventing Championships. So when it fed 7 on the WEG course, he pulled a shoe. He was not as solid to support himself as he would have been if I had spared him on the hard ground. So we went forward through that evening and tried to sort out what was going on with him. He actually looked quite good when I went to bed the night before, and then as you all know, things happened very, very quickly on the morning of the jog, and he came and went out of feeling good and feeling okay to present, and shoeing changes were making a difference and helping him. So we made the decision to go ahead and jog him and evaluate later what was going on. And he obviously couldn't do it. And I applaud the ground jury, and I applaud our sport for having the checks and balances in place that protects the welfare of the horse. Because as the day went on, he got more sore, and it was obvious that it was the right decision as he went on. He is now at a rehab facility in Florida, who's generously donated their board to me, and Broadstone Insurance has helped me out a lot with the support care and costs for him in his rehabilitation, and I hope to see him back. I think 2011 will be a very light year for him. And, you know, I might do a little bit of upper level dressage with him and see if we can up our games. He doesn't owe me anything. If he is good to go, maybe we'll stay sharp at the end of the year and see if he wants to be a part of anything in 2012. And I look forward to that. But thank you for everyone who made that experience possible.